It was voted the best on the boardwalk. There's no dairy, no fat, no cholesterol. Don't pass up your free sample. We have a lot of flavors too. Pick your favorite. Try something refreshing. Try Polish water.
Try Polish water. Anyway, let's get this party started. Cross-examining Scuttlebutt. We already did that. We're cross-examining Newman. The short broke 9. Your short broke 9K. You're scared. Hey, dummy. Don't be scared of views. That's awesome. Oh man, I just finished my ramble too. I bought it's coming tomorrow with some other stuff I bought off of Amazon, but I bought a canoodle, which is like a little game where you arrange pieces in a board. And I thought it was a game that came out like a long time ago, but apparently it's fairly new, and it's also apparently super popular on like YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So I'm like, if I film myself playing a few of these, I wonder if it'll get me views. Close. It's K. It's spelled with the K. But otherwise, yeah, that's exactly how it's spelled. I thought it was an old game, but apparently the company that makes it only started making it like a few years ago. Oh wait, no, maybe not. It's actually a knockoff of like an IQ puzzler. Whatever. It's not worth holding this up to look up. It's just a simple like arranging pieces around a board type thing, and you like can start with set pieces in certain spots to make it harder. And then there's also a pyramid challenge where you have to build it up into a pyramid shape. Anyway, will the witness please state his name and occupation? Tabletop Tetris. Exactly, yeah. I'm Robin Newman! Hey again, Kyle. How you doing? I want to become a great artist. I practice day and night. Yeah! Doing well? Cool. No, that's not it. Art's gotta be sincere, man! So for occupation, should we put down budding artist? No! Demas Legal Academy, senior! Prosecutor course! Chill, dude. This brace is proof of my masculinity. I've been training to be a prosecutor for 18 years! What do you think this person's deal is? I assume you'll be cleaning up the pottery you smashed before you leave today. Ah! Aw, man! It seems the witness has finally settled down. Guess nothing faces the judge after all these years. You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you had fluorescent paint on your hand. So, did, like, Scuttlebutt draw that picture of Hugh and Newman? Because, like, that's clearly supposed to be an illustration at the top and not what they actually look like. So I wonder if Miriam was able to just draw that well. Why I touched the costume. I went to see Juniper in her dressing room, but she wasn't there! When I walked by with that frilly costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin was on. It was about to fall on me! I got that paint on me when I caught it. But I never put it on. That's just stupid!
Hold it!
No, Athena, you've already done this once and you almost got in trouble. Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness. Well, Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but... Ow! No! Not again. What's his problem? I sensed it the moment Robin took the stand. The discord in his heart. So you think he might be hiding something? Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the mood matrix can do for you. Blackcloud, I love you. Shake your non-existent dreads. I think he's compensating for something. Had to catch the mannequin as it suddenly started to fall over? Even I could guess this one. The most natural response would have to be surprise. Apollo's right, so maybe I should try focusing on some other emotion. I mean, it was this one's very easy. Robin seemed particularly happy when they saw that costume.
Got it.
When you mentioned the stage costume, I sensed a sudden powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman? Wait, what? Why would a frilly scarf thing and a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? Like I'd be into that kind of thing. I'm a dude, and I'm into braces. You don't think Robin's actually got a thing for Juniper's outfit, do you? Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena. No way, man! The mannequin came falling towards me, so I stuck out my hands to stop it. End of story. That's a new piece of information. Time to run an update. Even after that update, something just doesn't feel right here. Do I have anything that could really prove the statement contradicts what really happened? Copping a feel, god damn it. The thumbs are on the edge. If Robin put their hands up in front of it, it would be their pinky print.
Take that!
You said the mannequin came falling towards you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it. If so, then the fingers on your hands would have been pointing outwards like this. But that's not what the handprints show. In fact, this looks more like just your thumbs and the base of your palms. Why in the world would I leave such weird handprints? You know why. You left them when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the model in this drawing. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put the stage costume on, didn't you? And you really do like Miss Woods' clothes, don't you? Fine, I admit to putting the costume on. But I don't like girly clothes, man! Yes, new information to plug in. Time for another update. My heart was pounding even though I'm a guy. And I saw it was even more amazing than I'd imagined. I was like, whoa, I'm a guy, but I got all excited. It's true, I did put on girly clothes. But it was strictly for artistic purposes.
Got it!
There, another emotion that just doesn't fit. By the way, if you've seen the beginning, when I boot the game up at the beginning of the stream, it does very specifically mention parts of this collection were left as is to preserve the experience of playing it. Because I think Capcom of America is well aware that this plot line probably would not fly now. So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man! Mr. Newman, you got excited when you put the costume on. But you also felt sad. Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal! Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? Oh, no! You're not fooling anyone anymore. Now tell us why you were sad. Okay, fine! If you're gonna be that way, I'll tell you. The reason I felt sad is... No matter how much I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper. Well, no offense, but his habit of shouting at the top of his lungs doesn't exactly help. No, that's not it! I totally own those girly clothes. I should have been totally pretty. But, there's something that keeps getting in my way! Wow, that's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. His heart is crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions. We saw those during the Ninetales Vale incident. So all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right? Right. Help me look for a conflict between his statements and the images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle him away from whatever's tormenting him. Mr. Newman said that there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with girly clothes, but what could it be? Fine, I'll testify, man! I snuck in, knowing the costume was in there. My heart was pounding, even though I'm a guy. It's true, I felt a powerful feeling when I saw that long frilly scarf. I admit it, I wore girly clothes. I felt like a diva when I pulled the hood over my head. I felt so right. I was totally dressed up like a girl. So we're looking for the source of this anger. Right. The conflict in his testimony will most likely arise from his emotional repression. Blech. Let's compare the images to his testimony. We might find the problem that way. Mr. Newman, you feel a great deal of anger towards your brace, don't you? Is that what you feel is holding you back from being as pretty as you think you should be? Huh? What? Mr. Newman, the truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No way, man. This is a symbol of masculinity. I could never take it off. Is it that you can't take it off, or that you don't want to take it off? Aw, man, I should have kept my big mouth shut. This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger towards his brace, which he calls a symbol of masculinity. But he can't take it off, not even when he's trying to look pretty. What could be at the root of his complicated relationship with his brace? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. Blech. Athena, you okay? Seems Robin is still hiding a secret. A big one. Bigger than the fact that he's secretly jealous of Juniper's looks? Yes, at least I think so. No, it can't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman. What? I'm onto your little secret, and if I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. You want to be pretty like a girl, you hate girls, you are a girl. Mr. Newman, or should I say, Miss Newman, you are and always have been a girl. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence. But that's what Robin's heart is shouting out, loud and clear.
Hold it!
I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time. Are you kidding, Apollo? You're standing right next to Athena. You literally know that... Oh. I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But if he's a woman, then she's the most convincing actress I've ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is without question a man. Ooh. You're now truly Justice Dono's equal in one area. You're just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a finer specimen of the masculine spirit. If you guys are done talking about me... Ah! I'm... Ah! The brace, it's... Miss Sykes. Now allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this a secret at all costs. But no... No way! Ah! Surely this must be some kind of jest. Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a peek. Oh god, I forgot. I'm not surprised y'all are tripping, yeah. As if. Ah. What an amazing transformation, wow. Just like Kyle said, transformation time. Well, all the Discord is gone. The image is now complete. Yeah, this wasn't handled super well. I was raised as a boy since I was little, and I studied law just like my parents wanted. But now this living lie that had me pinned to the ground, it's... It's been blown to smithereens by you, Athena! Now I can stop pretending I want to be a prosecutor. I'm gonna be an artist. Yay! Order! Order! What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a woman. Why is everyone looking at me like that? I feel like a movie star or something. But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. Okay? Ah, no pics, you'll regret it, man! Am I just imagining things? Or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was pretending to be a guy? I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest. Literally. This is all well and good, but how does he being a woman actually change anything? The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things. This is now a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate. Very well, let's see what the defense has for us now. What piece of evidence must we reconsider now that we know the witness is a girl? The love triangle?
Take that!
She could be a lesbian, you know. No. Please do explain. Yes, Your Honor. You see, I feel that if you have a sharp eye and an open mind, you could discover something completely new in the most obvious of places. The defense's statements reflect anything but those two admirable traits. Guess that won't fly. But I know we have some sort of evidence that can be seen differently based on sex. Sheesh. Legit question. What? Oh, the tape recorder, because it has a female voice on it.
Take that!
Why did you say? Why do people assume it's lesbian versus bi or pan or whatever? I mean, that's just what came to mind first. She could be into girls. That's what I meant to say. Something you've noticed. You know what? It's kind of like when someone says they're gay when they're actually not. Technically, like they're pan or bi. It happens often. It's just kind of shorthand. Also, bear with me because I'm thinking of the stuff in the moment, so I'm not really I'm kind of just rushing ahead. I kind of want to get this plot point away so we can move on to the rest of the case. This is what I'd like the court to reconsider. Oh, the tape recorder. The one that recorded the threat. You're a goner. That's right. We've already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And that's why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect. Oh, so then... That's right. The witness just revealed that she's a girl. Therefore... Here I am hating labels. Too complicated. Oh, trust me. I feel the same way about myself, to be honest. I still don't know what I technically consider myself in terms of gender identity. I say demi-male, but I don't even know if that's actually right, to be honest. If I'm someone who's pan, I don't really care. I joke around saying I'm gay all the time, but I go all ways, no one's safe. Please be careful with that when I raid out, by the way. Please do not make people uncomfortable with sexy talk if I'm raiding someone. If we're using the voice in this recording as the basis for hurling accusations, this witness must be labeled a suspect, too. Oh no! Wow, talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence. Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single hole.
Objection!
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that only one person here was privy to the script. Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect.
Objection!
But Miss Newman hid the fact that she was a girl, both at the crime scene and in court. I'd say that puts her in camp suspicious. Ah, that's not nice, Athena. How can you accuse me of being a killer? I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me...
Objection!
Suspicious is as suspicious does. Undoubtedly. Is that spelled right? Yes, it is. The witness does have some sort of connection to this crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We could surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods, by leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body. That would make her an accessory to the crime. How can you say that? I'm not an accessory to any crime, Mr. Birdman.
Objection!
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law? The Birdman? Actually, I should play the Birdman game. I should stream that because that is an Ace Attorney game. It is made by Capcom. Where's my back scratcher? Why did I put it away? Ah. At some point, I will stream the Harvey Birdman game. I don't know how I'm gonna get that to work. I don't know how I'm gonna get that to work, though. If I say I'm unlabeled, there's a fair chance I'm gonna be talked down because the idea of not having a label or something is ironic. You know, the how can you be unlabeled? That's a label, so... I don't know. I think that's people just being an asshole about it. If they're gonna treat you like that for saying you don't know or don't have a label. People should just respect what other people say they are. Birdman. In any event, what the witness as an accessory explains quite a bit, does it not?
Objection!
You know, maybe it all makes sense somehow. They'll keep accusing Junie unless we could show someone else who knew the script's details. But how could someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info? The only way they could have known what was in the script was if they had heard it from Junie, had penned the script, saw the mock trial. Sorry, Junie, but you're not going to like this. Our client may have leaked the script's details to someone. What the devil? Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Robin Newman. Is that it? Oh, it is an E at the end, okay. I used to go to a restaurant called O'Connor's, and it was O apostrophe C-O-N-N-O-R, not E-R. That's why I believe she leaked the details. Okay, I get it. If Robin won, Hugh wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper. Right, Junie was probably trying to keep their friendship from becoming awkward. How could you, Dina? What a bunch of bull! I never heard a word about the script from Juniper! Never, ever!
Objection!
You sure? Can you look me in the eye and swear you didn't? Bad Athena, you don't have any evidence! Actually, you might have just the thing. Really? Yeah, one of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. Robin said, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Sure, I might have said that, but so what? Well, think of it this way, Athena. Yeah, which way exactly? If I told you that I'd be wearing a blue suit today, but then showed up wearing what I've got on now, what would you say? Oh, the red suit. Athena, he's not wearing a suit. What are you talking about? Ah! I think I've got it. Your Honor, we have evidence proving that Miss Newman knew the contents of the script. The defense moves to present said evidence to the court. Very well, Miss Sykes, present away. This evidence proves that Miss Newman had prior knowledge of the script's contents.
Take that!
The mock trial script! Miss Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly, you reacted by saying, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Oh, yes, I said that. What's your point? You seem to have some issue with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. The proof is in the script, specifically on the Things to Prepare page. Sweatsuit. Victim's outfit will be a red one, from the prosecutor course. Ah! You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But if you don't know about the script's content, then that shouldn't have surprised you at all. No! I thought we were friends, Athena. How could you be so blind? I feel like I should get on the floor while reading that line. It's like, roll all the way back. I thought we were friends, Athena. How could I have been so blind? In light of her privileged knowledge, I move to declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honor. You what? That floor's probably not super clean. If knowing script details makes me a suspect, then there must be others besides me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Court's note. Note? What note? The Professor and Juniper were working together to prepare the mock trial. But only one of the copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked. But that gets kind of inconvenient, right? You're not seriously going to suggest... It's the truth! Professor Court did do exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case. But she did write a note to herself about the props and details about the victim's body. Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. Thought it might give me an advantage. So I took a picture of the note. I'd say she's telling the truth. Wait a sec. If there's a note with the details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script. Yes, I believe you're right. Apparently this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackwell would have us believe. This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case. Oh!
Objection!
Belief for you, Missy, but I don't think this spells victory. And why not? The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn. Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit, so put away your wooden sword. And show me what you're truly capable of if you wish to live. You want it? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it. I think they're spelling the word out, not lengthening it. But that could just be how I read it versus how you read it. Maybe. Object me, Black. God damn. Are you actually reading that, or just flipping through it? I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It's not a matter of what you want, for you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor. Prosecutor Blackwell, why have you called this witness? You will recall that the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left for home around 6 p.m. Yes, my notes here do confirm that fact. Right. Our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Objection!
Yet that was but a felicitious lie. Felicitious, yeah. Or am I mistaken, Golden Boy? I have no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hold. I am not through with you yet. Seems the rogue prosecutor is set out for me. Leave, and we might discuss you-know-what. No, wait. One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it? What's that all about? Masculine side of you wants to aggressively tackle Blackwell to the ground, but the feminine side wants to brush his hair and make him bonita. I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor? The word of a genius is as good as gold. Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, senior at Themis Legal Academy, lawyer course. How's that? Just fine. Your testimony, then, if you please. You're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you. I know Junie would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him. Around the time of the murder, to get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archery range until 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? That is quite enough. Well done, Golden Boy. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now you will call the tape recorder. We know the time of the voice recording. It was 7:10 p.m., the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime. No, that would be at midnight, which we saw at the beginning of the chapter. Do you have any proof of that? As its final bell, this school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. It says, "Get the fuck off campus." The female voice in the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap. Woman could be heard shouting, "You're a goner," recorded in the art room at 7:10 p.m. on the 23rd. So when the witness saw the defendant, that would have been... Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on tape in the art room. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building, even after the killing. So the time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved. Great, another inconvenient testimony. Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please. Around the time of the murder.
Hold it!
So, do you meditate often? Don't tell me you're gonna start pestering me, too. What's that supposed to mean? No need to play dumb with me. All the girls want to know about my private life. What? I'll remind the defense this is a court of law, not a pickup spot. Seems Miss Fancy Pants lawyer is smitten with the witness.
Objection!
Objection! Objection! Objection! I'm just trying to establish the witnesses. If you must know, I never go a day without meditating. Satisfied now, stalker girl? That's it! You better take that. Whoa, whoa, whoa there, Tiger. Just take a deep breath and relax. I'll just continue my testimony now, if you don't mind.
Hold it!
Bump. Our client has stated she went home at 6 p.m. That desk keeps getting beat up, yeah. It survived a lot of abuse over the years. Nope, wrong. I don't know what she was doing, but Juniper was definitely at school after 7 p.m. But I suppose neither side can prove one way or the other. But if Junie was there, that means she's lying. Truth be told, I only saw her for the briefest of moments. So you just walked past a good friend, barely saying a word? Final bell had already rung. They get mad when you stand around chatting. Then again, we're not like you people, talking endlessly in these annoyingly loud voices.
Objection!
What are you talking about? You're friends with Robin, aren't you? Annoyingly loud voices? I'd like it if you refrained from insulting my partner like that. Normally I'd shout objection right about now, but I'll take this one for the team. Look at him. Look at him. He's so smug. Anyway, I think that's about all I'll have to say. Alright, I'll take you up on your kind offer. I expected as much, so go ahead, ask away. Mr. O'Connor, I want to ask you, did you go to the art room? Why did you stay past the last bell? How did you prep for the mock trial? Why did you stay past the last bell? Why would an honor student like you ignore the last bell? I wouldn't say I ignored it, I was simply running a little late. Do you remember exactly how late? You're a stickler for details, lady. But if I had to say, it was maybe about 10, 15 minutes. If you think it's all that important, I'll add it to my testimony. I was hoping you'd say that. The final bell had rung 10, 15 minutes earlier. No biggie.
Hold it!
You ignore the last bell for no reason? Shame on you. No, shame on you, pressing me for no reason. Well, people do run late sometimes, like you on the day this whole case began. Appears we have a culprit in the case of the pot calling the kettle black. At 2, Your Honor. Now what? Ask another question? How'd you prep for the mock trial? Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. That's an easy one. Nothing in particular. Nothing at all? Nothing at all! You didn't help with the preparations? You don't get it, do you? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the like to others. My job was to be mentally prepared. Junie put her heart and soul into getting things ready while he just sat in his behind. Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. Suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there. But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul? That's right. Didn't say a word to anyone until the final bell at 7 p.m. Lou. I see. This is crucial information. Please add it to your testimony. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. Didn't talk to anyone until the final bell. I've been meditating alone at the archery range.
Hold it!
You really didn't talk to anyone? Well, I did exchange a few greetings, but what does that matter? So we didn't have any conversations the entire day? Methinks this claim needs a little more scrutiny. But what should I do? Is there anything I should ask about in more detail? Did you go to the art room? Did you stop by the art room, or as it's known now, the scene of the crime? No, I didn't. Can you prove it? As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. But let me ask you, can you prove that I did? As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. But I will ask, how often do you visit there? Hardly ever. There's no reason for me to be there anyway. There's no reason for you to be there? Is there an echo in here? If something's bothering you, I'll just add it to my testimony. How considerate. Thank you for noticing. Let's add your statement to the testimony. Oh, let me add I never went to the art room. There was no reason for me to be there.
Hold it!
You had no reason to be in the art room. Really? Lawyer course I'm in is supervised by Professor Means. Plus, I'm not a member of Professor Court's art club, so why would I even go in there? What about art class? Nice try, but seniors don't take art class. Alright, then let me ask you. Wait, I just remembered something important. You did? I scored only 100% on all the art tests I took throughout junior year. That's it. Right, always happy to indulge in some ego stroking. Anyway, what to ask next? Actually, never mind. I've got all the info I need here. My, don't we seem confident. He never went to the art room. Is there proof that he did? Oh! To meet with, court.
Objection!
Oh, that's not it? What? Your Honor, members of the court, please look at this. That's right, there's no need to explain anything. This piece of evidence says it all. All that says to me is you're completely wrong. Ah! Guess that won't fly. Maybe it's the talk to somebody thing, because it doesn't prove he went to the art room. It proves he, talked to Professor Court. Go to Chibi Waishini Athena. A for effort, but F for following the rules. Man, I kind of miss Ruby. I was really into it for a while. I have all of the DLC for Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, which has Ruby in it. At some point, I want to play that story mode. He's like Black Hole before the emo hit. Okay. 23rd, meet with Hugh about that report yesterday. Important.
Objection!
So you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd. Are you sure about that, Blue Quill? I already told you. My word is as good as gold. Okay, then how do you explain this? And don't spare any details. Sorry, never seen that before. This is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. It says 23rd, meet with Hugh, and important. Don't you find that interesting? Very, very interesting? What? Where'd you get that? The key word here is important. You said you were at the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk. The entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation? Thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell. What's this now? Yowdy, Karma. The witness stayed after the last bell, in order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor?
Objection!
This is insane. Must we do this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence, as usual. No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell, and he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim. First Robin, now me. Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead. Don't let him get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around the estimated time of death. Ugh. Evil Robin. I had my suspicions about Robin, but Hugh seems to be just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects, after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Court that day? Sorry, Miss Jailbird Prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I've got something to say. If it'll save me some trouble, then by all means, speak away. You would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I'd like you to explain how I could possibly be a suspect. Oh, he has a point. Impressive. Golden Boy here does shine gold, indeed. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. What a pity, to think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. At last, your moment is here, Sykes Dono. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement, and prove that you're the young prodigy worthy of the badge on your lapel. What are you talking about? She's not wearing a badge. Could he lay any more pressure on? The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing that. Yeah, you're right. In which case, to whom does the voice in the tape really belong to? The witness? The victim? The defendant? Well, the victim was female. Could have been her saying it. If we say the defendant, that fingers, Juniper. If we say the witness, that doesn't make any sense, because, obviously, we're being very strict about the gender roles in this case, apparently. So, the victim, Professor Court. The voice in the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice in the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around. Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner. What do you think this is leading to? Because this is very silly, but I love this. You're a gooner? God damn it. I mean, you're not wrong, Karma, but also... giving you the bonk for that one. Athena? You're a goner. You a goner. Hugh a corner. Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second! Whoa, Athena, you're scaring me here. You're scared? I'm terrified for even coming up with this. With what? Prosecutor Blackquill, you want to know if I'm worthy of my badge. I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I can wear it with pride. Oh, then I could take it you won't be changing your argument. Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling, "You're a goner." I agree, if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not. I assume you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes. Blah, blah. Not exactly, but you don't have to add fuel to his fire, Your Honor. If it is indeed Professor Court's victim voice on the tape, then she was shouting because she was threatening O'Connor, being threatened by O'Connor, scolding O'Connor. I would like to call one basic fact into question. Is that shout on the tape really is saying, "You're a goner"? What are you up to now, Athena? Professor Court's planner says she was supposed to meet with a witness for an important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong, and this made Professor Court get angry with them during their private meeting. I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape. Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name. Okay, let's see. Hugh O'Connor! What did I do to deserve that? Yes, like that. Now try again, but faster. Hugh O'Connor! Hugh O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor. Oh, wait a second. No, this can't be!
Objection!
You think I'd spend the energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? But it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect. That's a scientific fact. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters, or the wind for voices. Now that you mention it. You could do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push down the stairs. The sound in the tape recorder never was the phrase, "You're a goner." That's only what we thought we heard, when in fact it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at. I think you're right, but what was that last part again? Never mind, the important thing is that the voice was recorded isn't our client's. And since it was the victim scolding the witness, he must now join the list of suspects. Huh?
Objection!
I had thought the testimony would suffice, but it seems it's come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to upend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court. Evidence? What's he going to pull out now? Feast your eyes on this photo, and let me see that insolent look vanish from within them. Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows the professor and the photograph shows professor and student preparing for the mock trial together. Wait, was this taken in the art room? The room where the murder occurred? And look at the time, it's 7:05. Indeed it was, but the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape.
What?
The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken. Photo of the art room while preparations were being made, taken on the day of the murder. It seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious. Junie was with Professor Court just 5 minutes before she was murdered? What now? I think I say could change that fact. Understand now. You could believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably cut down before the cruel steely blade of truth. Listen, Missy, the person you'd like to save more than anyone else in the world. I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire. But... I became a lawyer so I could... You still fail to understand, after so much pain and defeat? The courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up. No, forget the table. Let me be that feather. Are we sure if it's the exact date? Well, because they proved it ahead of time from Scuttlebutt. Very interesting, though. Let me point this out for people who have not seen this before. Look at what Blackquill said there. The person you'd like to save more than anyone else in the world. I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire. So Blackquill knows something about Athena. He knows there's someone Athena really wants to save. I wonder what that means. If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. But I can't think of any way to strike back. Worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's impossible. How could I smile under these circumstances, even if I forced it? This is badder than bad. Who knew Blackquill had that one waiting in the wings? Who would stab with an arrow, though? I mean, that's what we're trying to find out. Let me be the bird so I could dropkick the man. How does Blackquill have so much dirt? Well, we'll figure that one out as we go along. Why didn't that twisted samurai just present it at the beginning? Wait, maybe this was his real plan? Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Professor Constance Court? Robin Newman, a girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Court? There seems to be little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. Time for a verdict has come. Objection! Watch this. No! That's not gonna happen, man! What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand down a... Maybe, but false verdicts are a no. What? Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? What is she up to now? Yep. I know because the real killer is... me. Oh, I guess he is spelling it out. M-E. Me. Tee. What? It was me. I did it alone. Just me. I don't get it. Why is she confessing? Miss Newman was witness near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more that I think about it, the more suspicious she seems. Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins all the blame on Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on friends. Because you're not a guy, you just established that. Just so he can walk free! Get it over with. Declare me guilty already! Hold it. Oh, wait, no. Hold it. Please, wait. Juniper, what are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Dina. But you'll have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie, no! Don't do it! Hugh and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime. What?
Objection!
Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it's true. Forgive me, Dina. Order! Order! Will somebody please explain what's going on here? I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams one had go up in a puff of smoke. Oh, I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. A pitiful spectacle, I might add. These vermin are now trying to protect each other now that they've nowhere else to run. Protect each other? Wait. So is Robin just trying to protect Junie, too? If so, then the real killer is... Objection! This whole thing's a joke. Uh-oh, now it's Hugh's turn. What is wrong with the kids these days? I know it just crossed your mind, Miss Sykes. Oh yeah, I was right, he does pull his arrow out, bow and arrow out. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Oh, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking. I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get right to the point. It was me. I did it. Wait. What?! Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer. I'm so confused right now. If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius. It was me, Barry. I used that bow and arrow to kill Professor Court. Actually, all three are evil. It's a case of just trust us, guys. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not the set of some high school drama. I see I have no choice. I'm afraid I'll have to... Hoy, wait, your baldness. I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm in no position to hand down a verdict just yet. I'm hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. That's why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case. Pinch me, I think I'm dreaming. Fine, do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned. It was me. Yes. I did it like this. Arrow shot. Whoop-de-doo. Anyway, their little drama performance there got us all off the hook. So, we're good. October 25th, Wright Anything Agency. Sorry, boss, I couldn't do it. You know that little bit of advice you gave me? Bad end. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I don't know exactly what you meant, but there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today. I'm just glad you remembered that. But now how about relaxing a little? Relax? Not gonna happen. Thank you guys, but what the fuck? Junie, she asked me to defend her because she believes in me. But I felt completely helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, I'd... Stop smiling, please. No, I can't lose it all. Not now. You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale. Can't just stand around here. I'm going to finish the investigation. Can't it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic panties. Thanks, but I better get going. Send me one for when I get back. Apollo, you wait here. I need to see Junie at the detention center right away. No, wait, I'm going with you. Wait, how's that sweater fit her? Who? Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I better go too. No problem. You two be careful. October 25th. Oh, Robin? I don't know. She was wearing a brace. So, I mean, there's a lot to be said about the plot point with Robin. Obviously, you know, it's a little kind of very sloppily handled. The way the game script wants to play it is that she was born a girl. She didn't mind being a girl, but her parents did the, well, we have to raise you as a boy because you need to be a prosecutor and only manly people can be prosecutors type thing. So they kind of play that up. And then, like, this is her letting go and embracing her femininity. Of course, that's really, really badly told. That's literally like Persona 4 levels of bad with that story time. Which, by the way, Persona 4 Remake, we're probably going to get a release date for that this year. Hopefully they fix that problem too. The better way of modernizing this. They forgot about Franziska, huh? Kind of reminds me of Bridget, Guilty Gear. Yeah. Except that the way it was written, the way it's written here is that Robin is a cis woman who was just forced to act like a boy by their parents, which is, you know, it's kind of a played out stereotype, a played out trope. I think the way it would be rewritten for, you know, a modern day was if she was actually trans and she was born a boy, raised a boy, but she's taking HRT. That's why she has a feminine figure, and she's, you know, she always knew she was a girl. I think that's how they'd work around it in a modern context. That said, the whole it would be a lot more believable that she'd have to hide who she was from, you know, unaccepting parents. I think the story would have worked out a lot better that way. Of course, again, this was written 13 years ago, and, you know, script writers still have issues writing believable trans stories. So it's not that I don't, you know, it's not that I blame Capcom necessarily for kind of handling it badly back then. And they do claim at the very beginning of the collection that, you know, parts of this collection are a bit outdated and unacceptable. It's the same thing with the Battle Network collection. They have the little disclaimer saying, like, certain cultural references are kept in, even though they may be seen as insensitive. You think that kind of made her flirty with gals as well, so that kind of made Robin bi? I mean, I don't know. I don't think she really has feelings for anyone here. They wouldn't have problems writing believable trans stories. They just ask trans people directly and not just winging it. Yeah, exactly. The problem is, the problem is they didn't want to write a trans story. They wanted to write a story about a cis girl who had to act like a boy. And, like, I get it. That's what they did. But, like, it just doesn't fly. Like, it doesn't fly well. But yeah, anyway, like, we're not gonna. That's really all there is to say about it. Like, obviously, you know, a lot of people know better now. Capcom clearly knows better, and I think we're moving away from that. Yeah, exactly, Karma. I like I just said, that exact problem in Persona 4, which hopefully with the remake being announced and probably getting a release date this year. No, it's probably not coming out till next year though, or at the end of this year. Knowing Atlas now, they're probably going to change that scenario to be more acceptable. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I don't think they could make it any worse. October 25th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. There's so much I need to ask Junie. What happened in court today? Where we go from here? No, go away, you. Well now, fancy meeting you here. Oh, Professor Means, what brings you here? I asked him to come. He arrived just a little before you. I wanted to ask him something. But first, Athena. I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Dina until just now. No, I should be the one apologizing. The whole thing spiraled out of my control. By the way, I made corned beef and added cheese cubes while adding a bit of water. That sounds good. I like corned beef. Athena, don't worry. I'll really bring it tomorrow. I'll find something to prove your innocence. About that, Athena, I've been thinking of asking Professor Means to defend me instead. Huh? I myself only just heard of this a moment ago. Oh, so she thinks Professor Means would be... No, I can't let this happen, not with the way he wants to do things. Junie. I know, Athena, but will you please hear me out? Junie, can you tell us anything about this? I don't really know what to say. She went silent. Seems like she doesn't want to talk about it. Dina, you know it's against school rules for you to have such things in your possession. As student council president, I'm afraid I'll have to oh wait, we already read that. So if you present these, she acknowledges them but doesn't want to talk about it. Why does Means want to defend Woods? Well, it's Athena, it's Juniper requesting it. Probably because she doesn't want to put Athena through anymore. That was just a prop. To think it would become an actual murder weapon. The killer's trying to make this case look exactly like your script. Oh, just skipped words there. That's why this all was used like that. But why would anyone do that? Yeah, that's the million-dollar question. I wonder if Junie has her suspicions, but it's afraid to share them with me. Wish the mock trial had ended better than it did. Oh, yeah, we already read all that. Yeah, Apollo adjusting his tie, that's not there. I'm in awe with this case. Good one, Karma. Solid pun. Why change lawyers? Athena, do you actually think Hugh or Robin would have committed this crime? Body was moved right before the mock trial. Besides Junie, they're the only ones. But I don't have that on my Steam Deck. I do have this. For when Karma's clowning around. What else do I have on here that I haven't pushed in a while?
Baba Booey.
3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, and...
Hey, does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? I just made a fresh pot of coffee. Does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? Does anybody want coffee?
I'm sorry, Junie, but at this point I can't rule them out. I was afraid you'd say that. Professor Means is over there just like asking if people want coffee. Juniper is seeking a lawyer who can clear all 3 of their names. Only I am capable of such a feat. Stop! But how can you possibly prove that all 3 of them are innocent? He has as much gum as he does teeth. He'd get along... I said it's worse than Spark Brushel. He'd get along with them very well, probably. I am a result-oriented person. Come tomorrow, I won't fail to have the perfect piece of evidence ready. For the end really does justify the means, especially for me, Professor Aristotle Means. Ugh, I really don't like the sound of that. I'm sorry, but just as you believe I'm innocent, I believe that my friends are innocent too. Alright, that's how you really feel. We'll respect your decision. Sure, it does not matter if they weren't the ones who did it. It's the prosecutor's damn job in the first place. Apollo? We want to continue our investigation. Could we ask you some more questions? Sure, I don't mind. Professor Means, would you like to stay and join our conversation? Yes, of course. I am your lawyer, after all. There's that smile again. Why does it always creep me out? Because he has like 4 layers in his mouth and they're all perfectly straight. Why did you confess? Now your confession, Junie. It's not true, is it? You just said what you did because Robin had confessed in the stand, didn't you? Yes, I wasn't thinking straight. All I knew was I had to help my friend. You mean because of that school rule? The one that says you can't graduate if you're convicted of a crime? Means reminds me of a horse. Wow. No, I didn't do it because of some rule. I did it because she's my friend. Why is there discord in her voice again? Could it really be that the friendship between the three of them is on the rocks? There's more here than meets the eye. Character is very tired, irritated, and very quickly violent. I need to fucking remove that redeem. What do you mean by that? No, I want you to say it. You were so damnably confident to say it back to... No, I want you to say it, Kai. You were so damnably confident to say it to my back, so say it to my face before I clock your teeth in. Professor looks a little like a broken model of Lil Nas X that popped up during a Roblox virtual concert. What? None of those words are in the Bible, Merc. Also, hello, how you doing? I didn't say hi earlier. You've never heard that expression? It's like when someone says something that's really like... What are you talking... Karma knows what you're talking about, too. Okay, I need to see this model. Someone pull up a screenshot of it. When did you three first become friends? Well... Even though we were in different courses, we really bonded from the first day of school. There was a Roblox event that occurred where Lil Nas X was performing a virtual concert. Yeah, no, I understood what you meant. I'm just saying, like, I'm joking because, like... I'm 40. Hearing about Lil Nas X performing in Roblox is kind of like giving me psychic damage. It's like hearing the kids say, you know, make the funny number meme. But seriously, get me a screen. I want to see that. During a particular performance, his model broke, so his entire head disappeared, except for the semi-photorealistic eyes and teeth. Oh. We vowed to work together to bring an end to the dark age of the law. Good night, dummy. I'm not going to remove the redeem, don't worry. That was when our proof of friendship came about. There's that proof of friendship thing again. Just wish this were as simple as that. Yeah. But the situation kind of changed recently. When the school's policy shifted to training legal professionals who produce results. Allow me to explain. In the lawyer course I teach, producing results means winning trials. Professor Court, on the other hand, taught that finding the truth was the only valid result. Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students. Okay, I gotta see this. Hold on. Actually, I do think I recall seeing this somewhere. Professor Means' his VR chat avatar. It's like they were separated at birth. Cursed, yes, precisely. Thank you for making me aware of that. Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students. At some point, we stopped talking about it. While that meant fewer arguments, also meant we couldn't be as frank and open with each other as we used to be. I think I understand now. By putting their friendship on a pedestal, they actually did more harm than good. I'm not going to finish this case tonight. No. There's going to be at least half a stream left of this, if not a whole stream. It seems the relationship between the three of them isn't as simple as I thought. Juniper, thank you for talking to us about this difficult subject. Yeah, thanks, Junie. Now if you could tell us about the day of the murder. Junie, you told us yesterday that you went home a little after 6 p.m. Was that a lie? I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but What actually happened was I left the art room a little while after 6 p.m. and headed over to my dressing room, where I worked on my stage costume until 7. That's it? You didn't go anywhere else? No, nowhere else. If that really were it, then there would be no reason to lie in the first place. She's gotta be hiding something else. Junie, do you remember this picture? Yes, but something's wrong here. Wrong? What's wrong? I took this picture at around 6 p.m., which was before I'd left the art room. But the clock here says it's just after 7. By 7, I'd already been working in my dressing room for some time, so there's definitely something wrong with the time in this picture. Guess we go better check the art room. Okay, just one last question about the day of the murder. Encountering O'Connor. On the evening before the mock trial, the evening of the murder, you ran into Hugh, right? Yes, I did. She suddenly went silent. She always was terrible at hiding things. Was she trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying about going home at 6? Alright, I won't press the matter any further. Is there anything else you noticed on the night of the murder? Well, I don't know if this will help, but that evening I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30. Around 8:30, huh? That's over an hour from when the crime supposedly took place. That's when I noticed that both stage statues were finished. Clock was likely tampered with, yeah, either in the image or in the actual room. I don't think Karma presented... I don't think Black Quill presented fabricated evidence. I think that the evidence was faked by someone else. Which is funny, because then, you know, Black Quill presents clearly faked... No, but that's not... It's real evidence. It's just something in it might have been faked by the killer or someone. I don't know. They were quite large, and they were each covered in a white sheet, but I could tell. Made me happy to think after all that hard work they were finally finished. Oh right, the statues that Robin made. So they were covered in white sheets? Junie, are you okay? Sorry, I'm a little tired, that's all. Dina, I think this meeting's over. Professor Means? I will use any means possible to get the result I want in Juniper's case, but it will require considerable preparation, so I must be off.
Hold it!
You know, it was also fake the note Phoenix presented. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? There's a difference in that situation because, you know, there were people tipped off about it and stuff like that. Also, to be fair, Black Quill obtained the photo by legitimate means. Phoenix obtained that fake evidence from a fucking 4-year-old magician girl saying that someone in the hallway asked me to give this to you. I mean, don't get me wrong. What happened to Phoenix is bullshit, but also Phoenix accepting that evidence and using it is bullshit as well. He should have well fucking known that that wouldn't have gone well for him. It was too perfect. Too perfect and too convenient. Junie, and Professor Means, I have a proposal. A proposal? A proposal? Wait, this is another one of your crazy... By sundown today... Yes? I, Athena Sykes, along with Apollo Justice... Wait a second, don't drag my name in it. We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery. What? And we're going to bring you solid evidence showing just what the truth is. I see. So it's come to this, has it? If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Then you shouldn't need anyone else to defend you except me. Have we got a good deal? I trust that's okay with you too, Professor Means? Sure, do whatever you want. I have no objections, as long as Juniper is satisfied with this arrangement. Okay, but only if it's the real truth. Sorry to put you through this, Thena, but thank you. I've been thinking only of myself this whole time. Junie, it's way too early to thank me. But you can thank me all you want once I get to the bottom of this. Very well, I will see you back here at sundown. Sorry for all the trouble, Professor. It's just, she's new to the agency, so... Oh, don't be silly. I find it all rather thrilling. Now let us meet again later. Look at... I just realized, like, look at his fucking glasses. Look how goddamn tiny they are. Those glasses, first off, how do they stay up on his nose? And second of all, how does he see anything out of them? His eyes are probably crossing constantly. Itty-bitty. Itty-bitty glasses committee. Because the professor strikes me as a rather unsavory sort, especially given his name pun, yeah. Well, it's because he believes in the ends justifying the means. His smile is predatory. Again, he just reminds me of Spark Brushel, just worse. Or maybe not as worse, I don't know. At least Spark Brushel was funny. If you'll excuse me, I'd better go. Okay, see you later. Ah, this is no time to be thinking about that. I've got an investigation to do. I will find the truth by sundown, no matter what. He was funny. He was like an alien man. Made of rubber. Only the 3 mock trial participants could have moved the body before it started. That's why the killer must be Robin, Hugh, or Juniper. Right, and that means at least one of them is lying. To make matters worse, I have a feeling each one of them is hiding some sort of secret. We'll have to bring it all to light. I'm not looking forward to it, but it has to be done. Today's trial focused on the day of the crime and the actions of those involved. Yeah, like when the voice was recorded, and who went to the art room and when. If we analyze the info we have, we should be able to ID the killer. There's no lead in those legs. I've been training like for a day like this. Okay, on my mark. Ready? Set? No running from me. I'm done trying to keep up with you. More damaging evidence. Juniper's case seems to have no lack of that. Still have time to turn this whole case upside down. But it'll require some legwork. Legworth? That's Edgeworth's, cousin. Legworth. You're right. Let's give it our best shot. That's the spirit. We'll start with wind sprints. 200 yards, 10 times. Ready to go? No, wait. Wouldn't our time be better spent investigating the case? Okay, Apollo's run out of useful, oh my god, there's so many places to go. Hungry, Athena? You haven't had lunch yet, right? Well, it's a virtual snack bar in my magic panties. Cookies, chips, snackoos, you name it. That's not the most appetizing place to keep snacks. You know, I'm not really that hungry anymore. I'll just have some juice from the fridge. Great, I've been waiting to have you try drinking from my magic panties. Ugh, that's even worse. Maybe next time. I'm really busy with the investigation and all. Present the photo to Trucy. She's an expert in fabricated evidence. Wow. Karma, you sound so vindictive. Oh, you are? Well, when you get back, I'll have all sorts of things ready for you in my magic panties. Just the very thought is making me shudder. Saw your debut fight, Athena. You look like an old pro out there. Wasn't nearly that good, but thanks. Oh, come on, you'd put a pit bull to shame. You suck your teeth in and never let go. Sure. You exploited your opponent's faults and you split hairs like there was no tomorrow. Okay. It was amazing. I could tell you the last time I was on the edge of my seat for a whole fight. Right. Trial equals boxing match equals trial? Wow, thanks, Athena. That'll make her a great new prop for my magic act. Huh, but that's... Yeah, we already heard that one. Why do you keep mentioning your undergarments? Because that's how she does magic tricks. Like she's not joking. That's actually what she uses as like a magic storage bag. It's a giant pair of bloomers. Also, fun fact, in the next game, Spirit of Justice, Trucy has voice lines in at least one cutscene, and she is voiced by Kira Buckland, who is also the English voice of Jolene in Stone Ocean, as well as many other notable roles. Oh, that's the most bizarre bag of holding I've ever heard of, yeah. Look at your individual polygons. Hey, Izzy, this was obviously made for the DS. This was a 3DS game, but yeah. It was made for a 240p screen, and then upscaled into HD. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't think she has any sort of reaction here to anything. Wait, why are you here, too? Okay. I never give much thought, I just kind of whip it out. Hey, Avoided Cat, how you doing? Oh, they're really limiting where I could go here. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, Outdoor State. Oh, look who it is on there. Ah! Sleepy? Yeah, I can get behind that. Is my imagination, or did something just move? Oh, look who it is. Afternoon, you two. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Don't you think sneaking into campus like this is just slightly suspicious? I'll have you know I'm continuing my investigation in the strictest of confidence. I don't want to be caught napping again at tomorrow's trial. And that means a thorough investigation today. Think you could lend us a hand? I'm not one to refuse a damsel in distress. But you needn't have asked, Fräulein. I'd intended to help from the start. You're the best, Prosecutor Gavin. Okay, time for a thorough investigation. Bet we missed lots of stuff yesterday. I cannot investigate, though. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right, but I still hadn't seen this stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad. Oh, that was Clavier. We also had some tricks up our sleeve to make the concert really rock. Pyrotechnics, a fog machine, big banners, things like that. Would have looked like this. All I see are two smoke machines on the front. Oh, the plans from yesterday. What's that design of the banner back there? I know the scales of the school emblem. But what's with the number 6? Looks like it's in serious pain or something. Athena, Ixnay on the Ixay. That's the Gaviner's logo, Fräulein. Oh, and nice pig Latin there, forehead. Really smooth. Oh, I meant it looks like the number 6 rocking seriously hard. 9, Fräulein. It's a G for Gaviner's, not a 6. Whatever floats your pretty boat. So where is this banner? I don't see it anywhere on stage. It's an important part of the show, but the school managed to misplace it somehow. Every time we go to a place that he's supposed to perform at, something goes wrong. His guitar gets lit on fire. They lose the banner. I'm trying to manage my ADHD, my treacherous legs have led you here. Well, I hope my stream can be soothing for your active brain. It's a pity. We made it specially from heavyweight, high-grade cloth. Made it specially from heavyweight, high-grade cloth. A missing banner and 2 broken statues. There are mysteries aplenty to be solved, yeah? Come to think of it, one of the broken statues was of him. As you can see here in the stage plans. Right there, right here, we have the statue of me. And right there, Air Wright's statue. A little does that matter now, as we both lie in pieces thanks to you. Yeah, her forehead. What did I ever do to you? Actually, this statue broke into rather large pieces. Why don't we try to put it back together? Maybe we'll learn something new. Picking up the pieces of a shattered rock star? Achtung, that's an uber cool idea. Might even be a song in there somewhere. Yay, let's do this. Schnell! It's an investigation, or am I interrupting a German language club social event? Oh, now I can examine. Ask why people like you oh. Yeah, why do you play air guitar? Which is funny, because he doesn't have his air guitar animation in this game. Athena just knew he does. What if we react to this? No. Clavier's had bad luck on bands, Maya has bad luck near Phoenix, Edgeworth has bad luck on witnesses' names and occupation, yeah. He also has bad luck around Old Bag. Old Bag luck. Wait, you don't think that weird box here is... Hands off! I knew it. I know that voice anywhere. Let's just ignore it. I mean, it's made its wishes loud and clear. This is the future cardboard box technology has afforded us, huh? Wow, they built a witness stand too, even though it's just a temporary stage. Oh, but I think they're still working on it. Let's see what this notice says. Caution, pedestal features a high-speed rotation mode. Activate with care. I mean, this thing spins? There's even a prosecutor's bench here on the stage. Ah, the memories, Fräulein. As a former rock star and a prosecutor. Prosecutor's bench has taught me about human emotions, passion, and fight. I can picture it now. You with your silvery singing voice and Apollo sweating bullets. Hey, how about picturing me winning once in a while? I mean, that's exactly how the last game went. The winner of the mock trial was to take the training seminar right here. You mean Hugh or Robin? Yeah, besides Junie, they're the only ones who can move freely around the campus. Before the mock trial, that means one of them must be the killer. That's not really enough to go on, is it? We need to talk with Juniper one more time and persuade her to give us a name. Right, and that means we have to find irrefutable evidence before the day ends. Apollo needs a raise, yeah. How he gets treated in this game. Who's under the box? Miriam Scuttlebutt. No time to lose, but we can't rush it either. Efficiency's the key. You actually get to see what she looks like? No. We got to see what she looks like in court, but, yeah, she just hides under a box. Senior in the prosecutor course who served as the prosecution in the mock trial. She's really a woman who'd rather be an artist. Not defendants, defense attorneys. Oh. Courts in this world play fast and loose except when defense attorneys would be inconvenienced by... I don't know. This is fine for a rock concert, but the nighttime sky is a backdrop for a courtroom? Personally, I think it's breathtaking. I mean, speaking the truth under a starry sky, don't you think it's romantic, Fräulein? And the waning crescent moon represents the maximum 3-day trial cycle. It's funny because after the first Ace Attorney game, no trials ever lasted 3 days. They've only ever lasted 1 or 2. Because, let's be honest, that was a slog in the first Ace Attorney game. Those 3 cases that lasted 3-day trials. At least 3 days. 3-day trials outdoors. No thanks. Starts raining, my hair will be ruined. It's a bit too far away to get a good look. Maybe we should try a different angle. Wow, this school festival goes way back. Oh, look! Text on the sign isn't written, it's embroidered. And there's a warning in even smaller embroidery. Embroidered sign lovingly crafted by Handicrafts Club. Keep dry. The sign is outside. What happens if it rains? I wasn't giving you guys the satisfaction of reading that, the number. Sorry. It ain't happening. The body's gone. All that's left is a white outline. Never knew Professor Court personally, but seeing her reduced to a white outline leaves me cold outside. Paul's a bug flying type because his hair looks like bug ant. Bug ant? You mean ant, like horn? He is called Hornhead in the next game. But in a way, she still lives on in the messages she left behind, with the strange way her body was posed and the signs of her wrist being bound. You're right, let's use her final messages to catch her killer. Antennae, oh okay. Oh no, Prosecutor Gavin, you're a complete wreck, literally! Why in the world would someone do something like this, Clavier gets turned into a statue and then shattered. I don't know, but whoever did it must have felt an amazing sense of release. Can I take that as a confession, Air Forehead? What? No! I feel bad for Robin. She worked so hard on these. Let's pick up the pieces for her. You've got it. Let's check every corner of the stage then, yeah? Found one. Piece of Prosecutor Gavin's shattered pride. Are you saying my pride is as fragile as plaster of Paris? Looks like the other large pieces are scattered about. Okay, let's find what we can. Large white fragment has a distinctive shape that can be described as angular. It's a copy of the school paper with the story about that alleged love triangle. Wonder if people really waste their time reading this stuff. It's more popular than you think. What was that? Thought I heard something just now. You're just hearing things. It was nothing more than your ears playing tricks on you. The theme song just plays wherever Clavier goes. Found another piece of the statue. But there should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Purple fragment from a broken statue was found all along in the strangest of places. Found another piece of the statue. There's still some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. 2 large white fragments. It looks like it would feel good to break them. Found another piece of the statue. 2 purple fragments of a broken statue. Going to search for more. Oh, I like the view. Judge can look down on everything from up here. Yeah, not bad for a temporary stage. Is that so, Mr. Justice? Your judge act from the mock trial? Don't know why, but it kind of creeps me out. Wrong answer, Mr. Justice. A penalty for our mock lawyer. Ah, that is not funny. Paolo has some salt against Clavier. Well, he just thinks Clavier is obnoxious. The other statue Robin made, it's been smashed to bits. If there were some larger pieces, we might be able to put this one back together too. Yeah, but all I see are itty-bitty ones. Wonder what Mr. Wright would think. If he knew we put Prosecutor Gavin's statue back together but left his like this. Could always come back and fix it after the case is solved. I'll help you fix it. This looks like another piece of the statue. Thanks, Apollo. That makes 5 pieces in all. I think we have all we're gonna find. Okay, let's go back to where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered. I think you might want to reword that. Yeah, Prosecutor Gavin was the prosecutor in the last case. For 4 of the 5 cases. If you count the flashback as one of them. Well, I don't see any other big pieces lying around. Yeah, let's see if we can put the statue back together. Alright, Apollo, you come over here, and Prosecutor Gavin, if you could hold this... We did it! Not bad if I do say so myself. Yeah, but don't you think it's strange? We put the statue back together, but look. What's with all these leftover white pieces? Not even any crack lines, yeah. Ain't this tampering with the evidence? I mean, first off, as far as we know, the statue, I don't know. The statue probably is evidence, who knows. These look like they go together. And this one, too. Athena, what do you think you're doing? Don't stop me now. The artist inside me wants to get out and have a good time. Good time. How'd you make a fucking jump? So, what is it? Ah, it's the goddess of law holding a pair of scales in one hand and a sword in the other. That's quite the feat you pulled off there, Fräulein. Yeah, she had a good time. She didn't want to stop at all. Remember when they used Don't Stop Me Now to market Sonic Frontiers? That was like, when I saw that ad, I was like, no one's prepared for the song they used for this. And you know what? It worked. God, Sonic Frontiers was an interesting experience. Demas. Karma, watch your language. Whew, love that feeling you get after work really hard on something. No. I knew who it was. I meant to ask what it's doing here. Not sure. There's no statue like this in the stage plans. Still, I could swear I've seen this statue somewhere before. I know, logically speaking, there were just a lot of massive chunks all over the place, but the way it was presented was Athena just magically putting this together with crumbs. Yeah, no. This was made out of smaller fragments. How the hell do you take 5 chunks of plaster and turn it into a colossal statue of Lady Justice herself? Yeah. Still, I could have swear I've seen the statue somewhere before. That and this and the statue of Clavier were broken at the same time, but have been repaired. No one knows where it came from. Well, it's not that... I mean, okay, it's not that big. It's just resting on top of the bench. But still, that's way more than you'd think you'd get out of those 3 pieces. The more we learn, the deeper the rabbit hole goes. At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues. I'm wondering about this wondering about something this whole time. You know that pole at the end of the stage? Brass band. I didn't even notice that banner before. You mean this? What was that? I don't know. 5 pieces. Has a wire that goes off and connects to something somewhere. Oh, this is funny. This wire's for hanging banners over the stage. One of the policemen who was here earlier was checking how it worked. Oh, so that's why the banner looks like it's out of place. Banners are hung and removed from the art room over there. That's the art room over there? Isn't the scene of the crime? Bingo, Fräulein. Still crawling with cops, though. Hey, anyone in the art room? Oh, it's you people! In justice we trust. Again, I feel like I should move away from the microphone. Ah, it's Detective Fulbright. In justice we trust. It's some kind of greeting between you two? Detective Fulbright, can you lower that banner from there? Of course. Just leave it to me. Do I need a ban? No. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. How's that? Woo! Thanks, Detective. In justice we trust. Always glad to help. In justice we trust. Detective's so hammy his BGM overrides Clavier's, yeah. So is that some kind of greeting between you two or not? Well, looks like the banner's down now. Let's go take a look. Look at this banner. Don't think it'd flap very well in the wind. An unflappable banner? Hey, I like that. Goes perfect with unflappable lawyers and unflappable rockers. Pointedly refuses to answer the question, yeah. It's like it was made for this very stage. Look at this, the bottom part is all knotted up. Let me try and unravel it. What about unflappable cravats? Yeah. Geez, did you really have to? You have to come across You You don't come across an unflappable banner every day. Athena, there are some things that have to yield to forces beyond themselves. What a cruel world we live in. Hey, a scrap of paper was caught up inside. It's blowing away. I got it. Yes, great catch, huh? Looks like some kind of note. What does it say? October, Hugh, 120. What's that supposed to mean? A test score, maybe? Pretty impressive when you consider that 100 is a perfect score. I don't see how even you can get beyond perfect. Fräulein, shall we now inspect the banner again now that it's been unraveled? Hugh scrap. Discovered on stage. It appears to be a piece of paper torn from a notebook. The name Hugh is written on it. October 420. This is the emblem that's on Junie's school uniform. Hey, you're right. Wait a sec. It's hard to see against the red material, but look. There's a dark red stain here, just under the emblem. This banner was on a wire connected to the art room. Right, and the art room is where the murder occurred. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? This stain might be from the victim's blood. Large banner that was hung up by a wire at the stage and art room. A trace amount of blood was found on it. Anything else? Or are we done here? Oh, wait. Hey, look what I made. Not bad, huh? You're like a recording artist who samples other people's work and calls it their own. Well, you know what they say. Imitation's the sincerest form of flattery, and inflation is the sincerest form of... I don't know. But let's do it anyway. In any case, we have a statue smasher in addition to a killer to catch now. In flattery. I mean, depending on what you're into, could be some poots involved there. 9. I suspect they might be one and the same. Statue doesn't look anything like you or Mr. Wright. The goddess bearing the scales and the sword. She's a symbol of fairness and strength. Inflation's the most sincerest form of rotundry. But she and her symbols were shattered along with the statues of you and Mr. Wright. This is a direct challenge to the rule of law. Well, if they want to fight, they've got one. Whoa, take it down a notch, Tiger. Let's save the fighting for when we find our culprit. Oh, I did have to examine everything. Whew, that was a whole lot of poking around in such a short time. Does that mean you're satisfied? Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to check out. See that metal fence back there? There's just one segment, so it seems out of place. Wait, there's just that one segment, so it seems out of place. Looks like they were in the process of removing them after the stage was set up. But they were never able to finish on account of the murder. We should take a look if you think it could be important. This track looks man-made. Hey, you're right, and it looks like it starts from behind the backdrop. Maybe a big muddy pro wrestler was hiding back there. Well, that was totally random, but we'll never know until we take a look. Looks like something was being dragged through here, and this is where it started. Yeah, but whatever it is, it's long gone. Must have been pretty heavy. Perhaps it was used in setting up the school festival. Can we pick up Scuttlebug's box as a piece of evidence? I mean, it's probably not going to help us much. Oh, then I guess it wasn't a pro wrestler. Still, this could be something important. Well, that's about it for the stage. Right, think you better search the art room next. Think I'll hang around here for a while, but be sure to tell me once you find it, yeah? Find what? What else? The Governor's banner that disappeared from the stage. Never know. Might just be connected to the case at hand. Really? Or did he just want his banner back? Don't tell me. So, in short, that's... Hey. That box just took off running. I have a pretty good idea who that is, as I suspect you do too. Come on, we can't afford to have any weird articles written about us. Maintenance area's over in that direction. After that box. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy Maintenance Area. Miriam, you're liable to get tossed in the garbage truck if you hang around here. I'm just an empty box, and that's what you do with them. You throw them away. It's a different box than before. Wipe it past clean with crime cleaner. It's sparkling clean with brute force. Danger, toxic. Hey, did you change boxes? I like the new look. What does it matter anymore? I was a complete failure in court today. My work, my pride, my dreams. Everything I worked so hard for. Gone! She does look like a Danganronpa character. Also, her hair clips are like actual clips for like a clipboard. Come to think of it, calling her a failure as a reporter might have been a bit extreme. Scold me, despise me, pack me where I'll never see the light of day. Been cast aside to waste away into a big pile of mushy paper mache. Is that supposed to have an accent? She said paper match. I feel kind of responsible for this, but it is funny. Now's our chance to prod her for information while she's vulnerable. Bet that's what you were just thinking. What kind of person do you think I am? You read me like a book. Okay, it does not seem like she reacts to most stuff. Even her own evidence. My script was way more popular than Juniper's. Really, wow, was that the majority opinion? Yep, my behind-the-scenes maneuvers, threats, and deceptions worked like a charm. Miriam, this may come as a surprise to you, but that's called cheating. Says you. I didn't break the law. Besides, the end justifies the means. That's what they teach us here. Apparently some people are already thriving in the new dark age of law. That was you on stage earlier, wasn't it? Why'd you run off like that? Take a look at this. Why are you showing me a burnt-up old rag? Wait, it's really hard to see, but I think that's the Gaviner's logo on there. This is the banner that disappeared? It's all burned up. Don't look at me, I just happened to find it in the incinerator. Incinerator? Did Blackwell actually make good on his threat to burn her box? We should probably try to find whether someone tried to destroy this on purpose. Yeah, this banner's sounding less and less unrelated to our case, Apollo. Burnt remnants of the Gaviner's banner that was tossed in the incinerator and later found by Miriam. Depths of Despair. She's a Danganronpa character. This game did come out after Danganronpa 1. Maybe the design influence was, like, purposeful. Miriam, I owe you an apology. I should not have said you were a failure as a reporter. Too late. I already decided journalism isn't for me. Last step is to erase all the photos on my PC. I'm really going to do it. Here goes. 5%, 10%, 4 years of my life. Down the drain. Shouldn't we stop her, Athena? Miriam, you should keep publishing your paper. Hope.wave, despair.wave. I didn't mean what I said, okay? You didn't mean it? Oh no, my photo stopped. Cancel, abort! Did you stop it in time? Deletion progress, 99% complete. There are only 2 pictures left. What are you going to do now, Athena? You owe it to her to make this right. I know. Your photo technique. Don't worry, Miriam. Your photos may be gone, but the memory of your photographic genius will live on forever in all of our hearts. Oh, Athena, that was cringeworthy. Hey, Miriam, check this out. You took some amazing photos of the three of them. I'm sure they really appreciated it. Oh, I guess those are photos at the top, even though it's clearly an illustration. Obviously, I'm the ace member of the newspaper club. The only member, in fact. I know this won't make up for the photos you lost, but here are your newspapers back. Themis Herald and Themis Herald Extra returned to Miriam. No rest for the wicked. I plan on pursuing those three for as long as I live. Miriam, why are you so obsessed with Juniper, Hugh, and Robin? Obsessed? I'm not obsessed with them. It's just they were so close ever since their freshman year, so, well... Athena, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think that's the only explanation. Wait a second, you're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
Objection!
That's exactly what he's thinking, Miriam. You want in on their little trio. Cack! 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 How could you possibly know that? That's one abused laptop. Cack, 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 cack. My laptop won't turn on. Never thought my life would end so soon. A mere 17 years. Now I really feel bad. Oh, I know. Miriam, we have a laptop at the office. We'd be happy to lend it to you. Huh? You have a laptop I could use? Sure, but on one condition. I want you to ask Junie, Hugh, and Robin if you could hang out with them. What? Like I could ever do that? Sorry, but that's the deal if you want to borrow our laptop. You scare me sometimes, Athena. You're like a good cop, bad cop all rolled into one. Cack, 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 cack. Fine, I'll do it. If that's all you want. Yay, I'll be by later to bring you the laptop. Wait, it's not like I owe you anything, but here. Thanks. Oh, it's a set of pictures. I like that it was the same animation of the extra volume of the paper coming out, though. Looks like they're setting up the stage. Yeah, I took them when they were putting the stage's backdrop into place. So this was taken the 23rd at 6:01 p.m., so an hour before the murder happened. An hour and 9 minutes before the murder. Wow, you sure have an eye for photography. From what I can make out anyway. So Means was there, Robin was there, and there were some construction workers there. These are the last two photos that didn't get deleted. They're all yours. Last two of Miriam's photos. They show students setting up the stage backdrop on the night of the murder. Well, see you around, scary lawyer lady. The second photo was taken at 6:03, 2 minutes later. Means is talking to Robin. And some guy in the background is driving, what looks, I guess, a truck. Oh, a crane. It was really impressive, Athena. What's next? Well, I'd like to talk to Hugh or Robin if it's possible. Okay, let's walk around and see if we could find them. Hey, that's you over there. Hugh, we wanted a word with you if you don't mind. If it was Mr. Wright, then sure. But you two? Meh. I knew it. There's a hint of discord in Hugh's voice. You're not getting off that easy. After all, you're a possible suspect, plus you actually confessed in court. Whatever, so what do you want from me? But make it brief, I don't have a lot of time, and I assume you don't either. Why'd you confess? About your confession today, you weren't serious about that, were you? Let's just say I had no choice thanks to a certain lawyer who failed to get the job done. So you're really prepared to take the blame for this? Not gonna happen. The voice in the tape is female, so that rules me out. Let's put it this way, you don't actually believe that ridiculous play on words, do you? Well, maybe my confession is just like that. A means to an end. Or as we say around here, the end justifies the means. Ugh, but I actually do believe the voice is shouting you, O'Connor. Juniper's confession was quite advantageous for the real killer. But if Robin or I was actually the real killer, we wouldn't have confessed. It's that simple. Even you should be capable of such reasoning, or have I overestimated you? You'll make a great lawyer someday. I mean, you really seem to enjoy getting under people's skin. Could Hugh and Robin's confession really prove their innocence instead of their guilt? It's going to take some serious thinking on my part. Relation to Blackwell. It sure looked like Prosecutor Blackwell was twisting your arm to testify earlier. Is there some sort of secret he's using against you? Sorry. Apparently there's no mention of any sort of Danganronpa influence in Miriam's design. It's just merely coincidental that she kind of looks like someone from DR. You really are a rank amateur. Even if that were true, you think I'd open up to you? So he's not denying it. Secret might be causing the discord in his voice. Then again, we have the same problem with Junie and Robin. Heh, you're just wasting your time and mine. Next question. Court's planner. About that meeting with Professor Court on the 23rd, why did she want to see you? I have no intention of telling you. You'll have to force it out of me any way you can. Professor Mean strikes again. Then again, Hugh is in the lawyer course. But didn't Professor Court used to say that the only good result is the truth? So why don't you drop the whole charade and just tell me the truth? The truth? How can you be so sure it will help you solve this case? Truth isn't necessarily your friend, nor Juniper's for that matter. No, you're wrong. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to defend Junie the right way, using the truth. That's the only way to honor Junie's wishes and Professor Court's memory. I see. Very well, Miss Sykes. I'll testify tomorrow about the truth you're so interested in. Hugh. But... don't look to me if something happens to Juniper because of it. Understand? What's that supposed to mean? What a terrible thing to say. I thought you guys were friends. Yes, we were. Till just recently, actually. Were? I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Just as I have my secrets, she has a side you've never seen. Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. What are you saying? This conversation's over. I said I don't have a lot of time, and I mean it. I meant it. Hugh, wait! He's gone. Doesn't care about her anymore. Why would he say that? That didn't go so well. Guess we'll just have to pin our hopes on his testimony tomorrow. Dina, what do you say we head over to the art room? Might be a nice change of pace. Hopefully the police have finished their investigation by now. Alright, we really don't have much time left anyway. Oh, look, it's Bad Rap. It's what is his name? Phony Fanty. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor art room. Actually, now that I think about it, I remember... So we have the statue there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that, like, weird abstract statue is supposed to be the Lady Justice statue. Just assembled weird. Also, you could see Juniper drew a portrait of herself there. paint a portrait, and then there's also a portrait of her, like in a more abstract style there. Actually, both of the portraits are here. Never mind. Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends again. Thanks again for lowering that school banner for us earlier. Don't mention it. Helping those in need is what my brand of justice is all about. Right, so this art room is where the murder actually occurred? That's right, you can't see it with the naked eye, but there's blood on the floor. Portrait looks like Madoka Magica. Wow. The area roped off in the middle of the room marks the spot. Cubist Juniper, yeah. For the police investigation's done, so if you want to look around, knock yourselves out. I want to move, actually, because I wasn't done. Hey, Gavin. Got a little present for you. Why are you carrying a sooty mess of fabric around? Yeah, about that. This is kind of hard to say, but... This is the banner you've been looking for. It was found in the incinerator. What? This ash and cinder? That's all that's left? Somehow, I don't think this was a random act of vandalism. Yeah, no doubt bears some relation to the case at hand. In short, this is a challenge directed at me and Gaviner's fans everywhere. Mark my words, Fräulein. I will find the perpetrator behind this crime. Great, thanks. Does he mean whoever burned the flag, or the professor's killer? I'll just cross my fingers and say that they're one and the same. Just wanted to say thanks for helping out with our investigation. No dank necessary, Fräulein. I was just doing this partly for myself, too. I also have access to police data and gear, with what many fans in the force. I assume you always get official authorization, right, Prosecutor Gavin? You're such a stick in the mud here, Forehead. Let's just say, I have my ways. So relax. Unlike Professor Means, I believe there's no proper an end without justifiable means. And that always includes a bright smile and some wicked air guitar. For a second there, I thought we were going to get philosophical, for once. Going to sleep? Okay, Merc, thank you for coming by. Paul's just, please, just this once. One normal guy, yeah. Well, here's a normal guy. That was totally random. Well, two can play at that game. In justice we trust. Ha! How do you like them apples? Pretty spiffy, huh? I polish the leather case to a rich luster daily. And once a week I apply an anti-rust protectant to my badge. Is that all really necessary? Of course it is! A detective's badge is his first line of defense. I'm sure you treat your badge with tender loving care, too. That's me with my new business cards. I love handing them out. And I love my business card holder that has my logo on it. It's really cool. Athena, I always see your badge gathering dust on your desk, and usually scramble to find it right before leaving the office. No comment. Calling him normal is like saying the sun is a nightlight. Wow. I see, so that's your symbol of justice. Well, here's mine. In justice we trust. Be happy if I never saw one of those again. I like that he has no animation there, it just transitions right to holding the thing out. Okay. He's got nothing. Oh. That's gonna give the prosecution a decisive advantage. Prepare to get owned tomorrow. I don't think so. We have new evidence that will blow your case out of the water. Oh yeah? Well, Prosecutor Blackwell's a witness ready to deliver our brand new testimony. Plus he has a new tie and a pair of even flimsier shackles just ready to break. Tomorrow's trial will be ours. In justice we trust. Well, tomorrow I'll be using a new shampoo and I'm changing breakfast cereals too. What about you, Apollo? What'll be new with you tomorrow? I think we should approach the case with a fresh new attitude. It's what's on the inside that's important. We fine as long as we stand strong. Wow, Apollo, that was actually really inspiring. Art room investigation. Find anything new, Detective Fulbright? Good question. Unfortunately, the answer is nothing much yet. Sure is confident for having found nothing. Yes, King, give us nothing. But if we're talking outside of the art room, there's been a major breakthrough. Oh dear, unless I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do. No need for the theatrics, I was told I could fill you in on this one. Wow, you saw right through me, Detective, I'm impressed. Looking to get arrested for murder via unwarranted flattery, are we? Apollo wasn't negative for once, yeah. The breakthrough. So what's the major breakthrough you mentioned? You wanna know? You really wanna know? You really... Come on, just tell us already. Oh, you're no fun. Anywho, we got the results of the voice print analysis back. Voice print? You mean for this tape recorder? Exactly. The voice belongs to the suspect, Miss Woods, beyond a shadow of a doubt. See right here? They analyzed the voice in the tape, inside and out. Results of the voice analysis performed in the tape recording. You thought the voice in the tape was saying Hugh O'Connor. Issue. Does the voice shouting You're O'Connor belong to Juniper Woods? Result. The voice is a perfect match. Note 1. Testing is underway regarding signs of post-recording editing. Note 2. The tape is about 10 minutes and 35 seconds of noise, requiring further testing. Thanks for the good laugh, Miss Sykes. Ah, he's the last person I want laughing at me. So there's evidence of Juniper shouting You're a goner around the time of death. If we were to take this as truth, how are we supposed to make sense of it? I don't know. Can't think of any reason why Junie would shout that in the first place. Hey, look! That's you on the mobile, Apollo! A red demon! A red demon? Looks more like a snake curled around a brush to me. No. See the antennae and the yellow spots on its back? Anyone could see it's a ladybug. Guess we'll have to agree to disagree. Fine, we can investigate this further at a later date. Agreed? Okay, let's do that. You okay with that, Athena? Really regret bringing this up. Imp. I showed you what it looked like, right, Karma? I showed you the plushie of it. You can see the other half of the building over there and the quad and stage below. Yeah, that must be where the window Detective Fulbright stuck his head out of earlier. Oh yeah, thanks for the help, Detective. A true champion of justice always come running to those in need. Great, then how about telling us Prosecutor Blackwell's strategy for tomorrow? Alright, let me think. Well? Oh, hey, I'm not falling for that. So close, I can almost taste it. Some wire and a winch. So this is how they reel the banners in and out. It's a nice view of the stage from here. Prosecutor Gavin is still standing in front of that broken statue. So it really wasn't you, Apollo? Don't worry, you could tell me. I won't tell anyone. Ugh, I'll never clear my name unless we catch the real culprit. Alright, Karma, hold on. I have it. Wait, how do you search? Oh, there we go. I know, I just changed the model there. Whoops. Okay. Where were we? 3 busts sitting on a shelf. A judge, a defendant, and either a lawyer or prosecutor. The bearded one must be the judge, and the bummed-out looking one the defendant. Look, there's another statue that's fallen on the floor, onto the floor. Wonder which one fell, the lawyer or the prosecutor. Think, Apollo, think. This could tell us how tomorrow's trial will go. I'll just wait for tomorrow's horoscopes, thanks. Isn't that a mock trial script? Actually, there's a whole bunch of them here. Let's see. Looks like everyone from the judge corps submitted one. The victim, Constance Court, was the Fine Arts Club's advisor, so she probably spent a lot of time up here in addition to her other duties. This isn't where I keep a bunch of scripts, but I'd wager that's how they wound up here. Poor, stressed-out, overworked Professor Court. I know exactly how she feels. Or how that feels. You must, because your desk always looks like a tornado hit it. You're one to talk, Apollo. Me? What about Mr. Wright? Maybe we should rename the firm Wright Stuff All Over the Place Any Agency. Picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. Robin Newman. Wow, Robin must have painted this. Oh, Robin painted that one, okay. Is this Juniper? The clothes are different, but... Oh, look, there's a piece of paper stuck on the back. Let's see what it says. Completely lacks Professor Court's artistry. Must keep practicing. Robin. Huh. I think it's plenty good myself. Wonder what it would look like if Professor Court had painted Juniper. Bet it would have been really artistic looking. I think I know what Professor Court painted. Picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. C. Court. Wow, Professor Court must have painted this. So is this what they consider art? I really don't get it. I swear I've seen this girl before. There's an air of fragility about her, and those pity-inducing eyes. Who is this again? Her name's on the tip of my tongue. There's a paint palette here. No surprise there, considering this is the art room. Looks like someone mixed yellow and red to make orange. I prefer yellow. You, on the other hand, are way too red. What's that supposed to mean? I think this is saying that the two of us have to work together to solve this case. Oh, what if this is Professor Court sending us a message from beyond the grave? What about the blob right next to it, the one with red and green? Maybe she's implying that you need more delicious greens in your diet? Are you saying Professor Court is watching over our dietary habits from the pearly gates? Hey, this area with rope around it. That's where we detected a large blood stain. In short, the victim was stabbed here or somewhere close by. The fact that there's no visible blood means it was wiped up with something, right? Right, but we were able to detect trace amounts of blood. Merely wiping it up does not remove all evidence of wrongdoing, and that, in a nutshell, is justice, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd let me have the cool lines. Constance Court, yeah, Constant Court. A mock trial script on the floor, and nearby an envelope marked Use. Wonder if Miriam's script was ever really inside that envelope. Let's see, by Miriam Scuttlebutt, and the title is... Rouge et Noir, Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. Wouldn't take part in that mock trial if she begged me. Says right there are special rules allowing the payment of bribes while court is adjourned. Oh, and you can bring in up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence. It also says, welcome to the darkest mock trial ever, where the end justifies the means. Prosecution claims that this is the script that was supposed to have been used, but the scripts were selected by Professor Court. Considering how much she valued the truth, I seriously doubt she'd picked up a script entitled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. Wow, you have that title memorized already? Kinda looks like there's a prosecutor's badge at the top of the statue. It's not if you look real close. But it's not if you look real close. Another strange, difficult to understand work of art. Oh, look, there's a title. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Heh, so creative. Art, either it's too abstract to understand or subtle as a sledgehammer. Look, a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it. And I bet it won't last long, not with the way she deals with her own work anyway. Yeah, it seems like such a waste. And this one already has some color on it. Looks just like the bloodstains, the way the glaze was dribbled onto it. Just like... bloodstains. In justice we trust. That does look like bloodstains. We'd better examine it at once. I get it. The victim was stabbed in the middle of the room where the big bloodstain is. And then brought over here, at which point some of her blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body very well could have been dropped from this window. In the mock trial script, the body was dropped onto a mat. Then a ball cart was used to move it over to the stage. The maintenance area is below this room, and the storehouse there has a mat and ball cart. Mat and ball torture from Wikipedia. So even the moving of the body was carried out just like the script. The killer sure had a ding for Junie's script. Well, what did you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place. Well, you're wrong, and I'm going to prove it in court. Hey, it's gone. Remember that strange statue in the school camera photo? You're right. Wonder where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she could shed some light on this. This is the clock that created the major problem for Junie. Injustice we thrust. God damn it. Like the way you thrust, Cloud. Let's take a closer look. Don't waste your time. I've checked it, and it's 100% accurate. You sure? How'd you check it? Of course I'm sure. I compared it to my own watch, see? Detective Fulbright, didn't you notice that your watch had stopped? It has? This is unacceptable. We obviously can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves. That strange statue is the one Athena put together. Yep. It just looks different. Like, you could tell. Like, it's the same angles and face. Let's see. Wait a second, it's ahead by 1 whole hour. Well, Detective? But... This clock must have also been an hour ahead when this photo was taken. If so, that would fit perfectly with Junie's testimony. So Blackwell didn't fuck anything up here, it was just the clock is an hour ahead. Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I almost feel sorry for the detective. Almost. You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face. Wait just 1 minute, the clock is an hour ahead right now, sure. But what proof do you have that it was running ahead in the day of the crime? That's a good question. Wait, I think I might just have something. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there is a moon outside this window, right? Sure, a nice crescent one, like something out of a picture book. But if you look at that window in the back with the winch attached to it, you'll see that the only view to be had is the opposite side of the school building. Oh, then what's this moon doing here? I wonder. I feel like this is something we should have revealed in court. Is it the same as the one painted on the stage backdrop? Proof's right here, Detective. This shows it was 6 p.m. when the photo was taken. 6:01 p.m. The backdrop was being hung directly in front of the art room.
Take that!
I know what this moon really is. And if you look at this photo, you'll know too. This shows where that moon in the photo came from and the truth of Junie's testimony. What? Where? Where does it show that? If you look right here, it'll all become crystal clear.
Take that!
They were still prepping the stage, so the backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in the process of moving the backdrop into position. I could see that. That's the big board hanging there. And the size matches too. But there's no picture. That's a crucial detail. It is, but I believe we're seeing this photo. What we're seeing in this photo is the back of the board. The back of the... That's right. At around 6 p.m. when this was taken, a photo of that same board was being taken from the front. What do you mean the front? The front is against the wall. That's where you're wrong. What about the window? Remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo? Take a good look. Are you suggesting the moon is the one in the backdrop? Exactly. In short, this photo was taken while the backdrop was being moved. And as you can see here, it was around 6 when the backdrop was being set in place. So the art room clock was running fast, at least as far back as the day of the murder. How can I ever face Prosecutor Blackwell now? Yes, I just blew a hole in a piece of the prosecution's evidence. Well, I think we've examined pretty much everything we can. By the way, did Prosecutor Blackwell happen to tell you anything about tomorrow's trial? In justice we trust. It's no use trying to pry more information out of me. Having just learned that the clock had been 1 hour fast, means we're back to square one concerning the suspect's actions that day. Wonder what the main argument will be about now. How the body was moved would be my guess, but Prosecutor Blackwell's got his own plans. Oh? Does he now? Detective Fulbright. Try as you might, I won't say another word about the investigation. No, I wasn't going to ask about that. I was just wondering if you'd seen Robin. Oh, you mean Miss Robin Newman? She was just here a moment ago. And she mumbled something about watching videos in the lecture hall. Video? What video? Thanks, Detective. Athena, I think we should stop by the lecture hall. Right, let's go. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor lecture hall. There she is! Robin! Hey, Robin! Oh, Athena! Apollo! What are you watching there? Oh, it just so happens to be a video of the mock trial. I'd use a bit of coercion to get it, but the ends justify the means, right? Here it is again. Professor Means sure has a lot of influence around here. Care to look into the true connection between the murder and the mock trial with me? Sounds great, but do you mind if we ask you some questions first? Sure. I'll tell you anything you W-A-N-T. Now that we know she was actually spelling it out, I have to do that, unfortunately. Whoa, check out your badge! What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh? Yeah, it's awesome! The plating ever starts to peel or gets bent up, let me fix it for you. It's the same dialogues before, but now with their new animations. Really? Thanks. No problemo. I'll have some primo clay and glaze at the ready, just in case. Wait, what does clay have to do with my badge? Yay, a present from Athena! Oh, this is so exciting! Sorry, but it's not a present. I want to know if you knew anything about it. That's not nice, Athena. Why are you so cranky today? It wasn't until a moment ago. Aw, man, that's my blood, sweat, and tears in a pile of rubble right there. Why not make the statues again? I'm sure the two of them would be delighted. Yeah, I could totally do that. And this time, I'm gonna make them even more realistic by making full-body molds of my models. Full-body molds? Are you sure that's safe? How about plain old measurements? Oh, Athena, measurements are for wimps. Full-on YOLO is what art's all about. I'm gonna drop both of them in a big pool of plaster. Yeah! I know I should stop you, but some part of me really wants to see how this plays out. Oh, Lady Justice! That's so C-U-T-E! Got a YOLO at ya. You think this is cute? Yeah, totally. Balance of the scales, the keenness of the sword, the cracks running all the way up? That last one's only because I put it back together. Oh, I totally know what you mean. It's that feeling when something is so cute you want to smash it to bits. R-I-G-H-T? Ah! Sorry, but that sounds more like a case of the crazy than a fondness for the cute. I guess Robin doesn't know anything about the statue, then. Oh, that's Juniper's stage costume. It's so C-U-T-E. Why don't you try it on, Athena? Come on, just try it. It's really pretty to look at, but it's really not my style with all the frills and stuff. What? No, that's not true. I mean, there's a Cinderella inside every girl. You look great in anything. Just put it on and I'll brush on some yellow glaze. It's your favorite color, right? Then, it's in the kiln you go. How would you like that? Rare? Medium? Well done? So when she said Cinderella, she meant burn it. She meant burn me to cinders? Why did you confess? How your confession today? Why'd you do it? Because Juniper hasn't done anything wrong. I had to stop the trial by any means possible. Right, the ends justify the means. So you're a follower of Professor Means too? Professor Means is a wonderful teacher, as was Professor Court. I like them. B-O-T-H. Okay, but that doesn't mean I want everything hyper-girly. Yeah, exactly. Again, not handled perfectly. She brushed that one off like a pro. But with that style of justice, you run the risk of breaking the law. Well, I'm prepared to quit school because of this case. What? Why? I want to be an artist. That's what I really want, man. But no, my parents forced me to study to become a prosecutor. But if the trial went south, you'd have to drop out and give up on being a prosecutor. That's what you're really after, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Talk about someone who literally changes at the bat of an eyelash. Guess she's been dealing with her own problems, too. Totally makes sense. Yeah, I suppose so, but that doesn't make what she did right. Day of the crime. You tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder? Finishing a statue. I was on stage until the last bell. That's right, you made statues of Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you? Oh, yes, I did. Both of them. This is just a formality, but can you prove you were making the statues at the time? Can I prove it? You think I'm the killer now? But no, that's not what I meant. Both Hugh and Robin were still at school after 7 p.m., but neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing. Could one of them have really murdered Professor Court? Now that the secret's out, the secret come out. Does Bruno Mars is gay? Have there been any problems now that everyone knows you're a girl? No worries there. I discussed the matter with Professor Court some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I really was a girl. And just today I found out that she spoke with the school administration on my behalf. Wow, they must really like you. I know, right? But now I could finally be myself here at the school. I don't have to hide the fact that I love girly clothes. That's why, Athena, I simply must have this and this by any means possible. What? But this is evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, but no can do. Oh, don't be a party pooper, Athena. Come on, please. Pretty please. Stage costume-related evidence taken in classic and justify the mean style. Oh, darn it. Aw, dang it. Anyway, thank you again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I wanted everyone to know before the snitch found out. The snitch? Sounds like a new lead. If every end justifies the means, then the endless future of life and law will never be justified. I'll have to ruminate on that one. Ruminating. There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do, our activities, our relationships, our interests, and reporting it all to one of the professors. But why would anyone do that? Officially, I heard it's to seek out misconduct among the student body. But rumor has it grades are being bought and sold through this surveillance network. That's bribery. The situation at Demas Legal Academy is worse than I thought. Sorry, 1 second. Fuck. While all of this is important stuff, I still wanted to ask about that thing in the art room. I'll have to present some evidence to show her what I'm talking about, though. So there's someone on campus that's snitching to one of the professors. See, ends with stuff like this. Anything means possible to get what they want. It's hubris. Yeah. Robin, I just remembered something I wanted to ask you. This photo shows a piece of art on the table. Do you know what it is? What? Whoa! Look at that unique artistic sense. Has to be one of Professor Court's creations, man. Professor Court's artistic sense. Professor Court's artistic sense. That's a tough one. I'd say it's avant-garde and very eclectic. In other words, it's weird and all over the place. Kind of think of it, that strange-looking painting in the art room. Abstract art. That's what I'm gonna do, turn you into, Karma. I'm gonna turn you into abstract art like that picture of Juniper right there. was one of Professor Court's works too, wasn't it? The statue in that photo was originally a statue of Lady Justice. Lady Justice? Professor Court had planned on placing it at the judge's bench in the lecture hall. But the day before the mock trial, it broke while she was polishing it. She said she'd take it back to the art room and try to fix it somehow. So this is the statue in its proper state? You bet! Just look at that wild silhouette. Wow, it's so C-U-T-E! I don't get it. You have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this? Injustice we crushed, I guess. What? Athena, the Lady Justice that you put back together on that stage. Oh, right, I didn't realize before because it was in pieces, but before it was smashed. Maybe it didn't look like Lady Justice, but more like it does in the photo. What in the world is it doing on stage? It was found broken on stage. Professor Court remade it into something completely different the day before the mock trial. Oh, I think that about covers it. Jesus Christ. Okay then, how about watching the mock trial video with me? What do you say? Sure, sounds good to me. So, how do you want to watch it? All classroom desks at the school have their own built-in computer, you know? Wow, this place is definitely a lot cushier than I thought. I know you guys are in a hurry, so I'll just fast forward to the important bits. Let's start with the professor's pre-trial speech. 10 minutes. Good afternoon. I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today. Well, that sounds like Professor Means. The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly. They still could use computers, yeah. Is the camera like this the whole time? Yep, it's in a fixed position in front of the stage. When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come. How come teacher speeches always make me so sleepy? Let's just skip to the end of his speech. Now, let the mock trial begin. Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot? So how much does Demus Academy spend in electricity? That's an undecipherable amount of zeros after that. Looks to me like she cut right in front of the camera. That's at 20 minutes 35 seconds. Juniper was also in charge of the audio. Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself, she had to do it to keep the script details secret. She was all over the place that day. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. Oh, so this is what the lecture hall looks like. Looks like there's a judge's... Looks like there's a judge's bench back up by the screen and a witness stand up front. What about those balconies with the professors' names on them? Those are the faculty seats. Professor Means and Professor Court were in charge of scoring the mock trial. They can afford it. Fair enough, yeah. Diagram in the lecture hall where the mock trial took place. Okay, let's fast forward this a bit. And that's why the defendant is definitely guilty! 32 minutes, 14 seconds in. So there was someone playing the judge. It wasn't just Juniper. Lucky you can't see their faces. Ah, that was me. Could you tell? Objection. A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. You heard that line in the mock trial, Apollo, but you made it sound kind of weird. Cut me some slack. It was my first time reading that script. I think Juniper's going to speak next. I didn't do it! I'd suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it. Wow, what an emotional performance. She put a real actress to shame. Wait, could you go back and play that scene again? I don't think that's necessary. Stop, did you hear that? I think you're onto something. Let's play that last part again. I don't follow. What are you guys so excited about? I think this piece of evidence should explain it. I'm gonna show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard to the case.
Take that!
That's it? I don't see the connection. Alright, what was the connection again? Come on, Athena, I know you know. I do? Really? That voice shouting "You're a goner" has come up over and over again. I show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard to the case. I mean, I thought it would be the voice print analysis, but I guess not.
Take that!
I'm sure you remember this. It contains a female voice shouting a violent threat. I'll play it for you. You're a goner. Voices and performance do sound similar, but I can't believe this is happening. It's just a possibility, but if this voice on this tape is really a recording, one made from the mock trial video, then that means this evidence was fabricated. They didn't get to do a voice print analysis in time for court today. Okay, so this, I would say, is Black Quill presenting forged evidence, because they didn't finish the voice print in time. Even though it probably doesn't count. That's why the gender of the voice became so important. If the real killer had foreseen that gender would become a key in today's trial, he would have tried to deflect attention away from himself by making the suspect female. So basically, the only one with something to gain from doing this is our sole male suspect. Wait a second. No way! Professor Means' credo is the end justifies the means. So it makes perfect sense that a student who took those words to heart would fabricate evidence. We need to get the tape analyzed as soon as possible. Voice on the tape says you're a goner just like Junie's script. It may be a fake. Allow me to assist you with that. Oh, I knew it was him. Prosecutor Gavin, at least make some kind of noise so we know you're there. Let's go big or go home with Rockstar entrances, Fräulein. Timing's everything. Let me make a copy of that tape right now, and I'll get you the results as soon as I can. I trust that would be alright? Very much so. Thanks. Well, Athena, it's almost sundown. Isn't it about time we head over to the detention center? I think Junie will agree that this is something that could prove her innocence, but will her heart really be open to accepting it? She had to have known this is what we'd find. Hey, y'all didn't hear Gavin's theme song blaring? October 25th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. That about covers the main gist of our investigation. I see. Very interesting. You've been quite the busy beaver today. Thank you for all your hard work, Athena. Well, my time's about up, and it will be getting dark soon, so... Junie! You must be tired after being on your feet all day. You should go home and... No, wait, you have to listen to me! I don't want to hear anymore. I know what you're going to say, Athena. Junie, you promised. So please just listen to what I have to say. Once you've heard me out, I'll let you decide what to do. Suspicions about O'Connor. Voice in this recording has been proven to be yours, Junie. And in the mock trial video, we could hear you reading your line from the script. We're having both of them analyzed now, but from what I could tell, the voices are the same. And the only one who'd benefit from faking the voice recording would be Hugh. But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, Hugh confessed in order to protect me. This may sound strange, but his confession is a ploy to make himself look less suspicious. In other words, he was just pretending to protect you. Besides, his confession came after you and Robin had already confessed. If he hadn't confessed right then as well, wouldn't that have seemed a little suspicious? Say what you will, Athena, but none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. Hugh's a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble. Wait, Athena. My bracelet reacted just now. It did? But why? Junie, can you look me in the eye and repeat what you just said? Oh, none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. He was a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble. Now I'm sure of it. She's lying. Oh, that. It's my voice, isn't it? Apparently, it's a recording of you reading your script during the mock trial. But earlier when you said it was Professor Court's voice, that was quite shocking. Never would imagine it was the professor yelling at Hugh. Oh, that was just, you know... That was such an inspired leap of logic. You really are something special, Thena. Yeah, it takes a special kind of person to make a claim like that with a straight face. It doesn't take my sensitive hearing to detect dripping sarcasm, genius. Okay, she ain't reacting to shit here. Magic cock ring, go. Her eyes?
Gotcha!
No. There it is, Juniper. You're feeling nervous, aren't you? No, that's one thing I'm not. Student council president isn't so easily shaken. Nice try, but I just spotted a telltale habit of yours. Huh? I don't know what you're... Apollo, it's you and your loud voice that's unnerving her. I already told you, I'm not nervous. I'm not student council president for nothing. Well, in any case, looks like I got that one wrong. Oh, it might be a ribbon. Her scarf. It might flutter. Yep, there it is.
Gotcha!
Juniper, you started coughing when you're under stress. You can't hide it from me, no matter how hard you try. When you said it never causes trouble, a cough escaped and made your scarf flutter. As for why you were stressed, it's because you were lying. Junie, you're trying to hide Hugh's connection to this case, aren't you? And I believe that also ties into a secret about yourself. A secret about me? I don't understand. He ended their friendship after he found out about Junie's secret, which means Hugh must have felt betrayed by Junie, making her the accomplice and the killer and accomplice. She's the snitch. You were Professor Court's snitch, weren't you? She was Professor Court's filch. Karma, no. And while fulfilling that role, you learned something about Hugh you'd rather forget. I don't know what you're talking about. Junie, please, stop hiding things from me. I hate having to force things out of you like this. Looks like we're going to have to do this the hard way. Time to review the evidence and see if I can't prove my hypothesis. Must have something that proves Junie's the snitch and Hugh's connection to the case.
Take that!
I'm relieved to see you're coming around. See, I wasn't trying to hide anything. Juniper's one cool customer, Athena. But wait, I don't think that was the right piece of evidence. Whatever you show me won't change the fact that I've already told you all I know. Must have something that proves the... Okay. Maybe the routine report. Right here in Professor Court's planners, it says routine report. I believe this is meant to mean when the snitch would report into Professor Court. I also believe Professor Court planned to meet with Hugh in private based on the snitch's info. And from their meeting, Hugh must have put 2 and 2 together and figured out your secret. So you see, it all makes sense only if you're the snitch, Junie. Forgive me. Forgive me, Dina. I've been lying to you this whole time. The truth is, I suspected Hugh from the start. You did? Now this is surprising. I'm so sorry. I've talked about friendship so much, but I've been a terrible friend. Juniper, I don't have that special kind of hearing that Athena does, but I don't need it to sense the pain you're feeling inside. Its intensity is directly proportional to how you feel about your friend. Am I right? Apollo. Please, Junie, tell me why you suspected Hugh. I have a feeling that will be the key to getting to the bottom of this whole case. What exactly was your role as class snitch? Professor Court had told me how Academy alumni had strayed from the path of justice. The dark age of the law, huh? She didn't want any more of our students going astray like that, but few others at the Academy shared her view. I thought her ideas were beautiful, though sad and unrealistic. She asked you to be her eyes and ears, didn't she? I used to report to her once a month about any wrongdoings I'd seen or heard about. That report session in her planner, and the report session in her planner, the one from October 22nd was a part of that? Yes. That's when I reported Hugh to Professor Court. She snitched on her own friend. Your report on O'Connor. I'd accidentally overheard Hugh talking. What did you hear? He was talking to someone on the phone. I think it was one of his parents. What were they talking about? Something about having paid money for good test scores. I only overheard him talking, so I never did find out who the money was going to. What? That's bribery. He was buying his way through school, and if that's the case, then that evidence that always seemed out of place might actually be about his secret.
Take that!
We found this while we were investigating the stage. It's got Hugh's name on it. I didn't know what the number meant at the time, but now that I'm hearing about bribes, it must mean that a bribe of 120 grand was to be paid in October. What's more, take a look at this mark. It's the same mark on the pages of Professor Court's planner. Hey, you're right. Wait, but why would Professor Court have that kind of information in her planner? You don't really think the person who was taking the bribe money was... It's just a possibility at this point, but it may indeed have been Professor Court. But... That is impossible. She'd be the last person I'd ever suspect of accepting bribes. Like I said, it's just a possibility, but a rather good one. Maybe their private talk had to do with the possibility of the bribery being exposed. And what started out as a little argument soon got out of hand. It's not your fault, Junie. Anybody would have suspected you if they knew what you knew. What? No, I don't believe that alone would have driven him to murder. There's another reason why I suspected Hugh. You gotta be kidding me. There's another reason? Your other reason. I saw Hugh around 7 p.m. the day before the mock trial. Oh, she's finally ready to talk about that. When I saw him, his... Oh, Dina. Junie, are you alright? Just try to relax and tell me what happened.
I never wanted to see what I did. But I'll have to live with it, won't I? In that hallway, Hugh's hands... His hands were dripping with blood.
Oh, dip. What? But why? What am I going to do? Deep down, I know Hugh can't be the killer. But my mind keeps telling me he is, no matter how hard I try to convince myself he isn't. Holy shit. What am I gonna do? Hugh, he's... I can't take this anymore, Athena. So she hid the fact that she had seen Hugh and she said she went home at 6 because she wanted to avoid talking about what she saw. Junie, it must have been terrible holding all of that in. But it's going to be okay. I'll get to the bottom of all this. And that's my promise from one good friend to another. I'll be defending Juniper tomorrow. If that's okay with you, Professor Means. My main concern is whether you could defeat that prosecutor. But I won't try to stop you. I'll be watching from the gallery. And shall look forward to seeing what sort of results your methods can produce. Good luck tomorrow. Now, if you would excuse me. Athena, I'm sorry. I really mean it. I wish I had trusted you from the start. You have to uncover the truth tomorrow. I know you could do it. Don't worry. We already know that the prosecution's key piece of evidence is fake. And thanks to you, we figured out the motive, too. Let's give this our best shot, Athena. Tomorrow will be the day Juniper walks free. Ah, no, put the teeth away. I wouldn't have it any other way. We should all be ready now. We should be all ready now. What could possibly go wrong this time? What could possibly happen? Still, there's this strange, uneasy feeling I can't shake. I better be imagining it. This is like the perfect spot. It's almost exactly 3 hours. We could just finish this next stream. Ate a delicious pear apple. Well, you know what that means, Karma. You're gonna turn into a pear and an apple now. Hey, we made it. Another successful stream in the books. Thank you. Hey, of course. Thank you all for coming tonight. I appreciate it. I always do. I will be here Saturday this weekend. Actually, I have to see something, though. Hold on 1 second. I want to see, because AGDQ is going on now, and I completely forgot. I've been watching some runs on YouTube when I get the chance. Oh, looks like the finale this year is Pokemon Emerald at 9:33. Okay. So it's going to be, and it's going to take 2.5 hours. Okay. I don't want to stream till midnight, so I might stream earlier. So on Saturday, what I'm planning on doing is there's going to be 3 Nintendo events happening. A Kirby Air Riders event, a Tetris 99 Maximus Cup, and a Splatfest. And I'll be streaming all 3 of those Saturday afternoon / evening. And then following that, we'll probably... I don't know if I'm going to do Pokemon again just yet. I'm taking a few days off from it after getting to the DLC. I might just continue. I might just finish Case 3 of Dual Destinies on Sunday, and then see what happens next week. Actually, I might do something else. I've been kind of in the mood to play a different game. Because let's be honest, there hasn't been a whole lot of variety the last month or 2. So I'm looking forward to doing some shorter, maybe more action-oriented games. Once we could clear up the schedule here a bit. But again, this is January, this is the dry month, so I get to do what I need to do. But also, as I've said, there may be a hiatus coming up in a couple weeks or a month. I'm not sure yet, and I'm not sure how long it'll be. It probably won't be too long, though. But anyway, I want to thank everyone for coming by tonight. If you want to watch more streams, check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. As usual, it's only me and Writer Fluff right now because it is 4 in the morning. Babies do not stay up that late. So, Karma. We will raid. Who we raiding tonight? You know what? Let's raid AGDQ. They got 34,000 people watching. Surely they could use another 7. Subscribers only chat, but whatever. Actually, can they even accept raids? They can. Alright. Watch some speed runs, donate some money to Prevent Cancer Foundation if you can, and have a great Friday. I will see you all Saturday evening / afternoon. Good night.
Great flavors: mango, cherry, blue